initialized. Neural feedback status green. Helmet uplink established. Personal interface initialization complete.
Doctor? Doctor, can you hear me?
Augmented reality module now online. Versatile life suit activation routine complete.
Doctor, I am getting visual feedback from your helmet uplink. That means your PI must now be online.
Initialization sequence complete. Stand by for cryofluid injection.
Doctor, you need to enter scan mode and access your laptop to terminate the cryopreservation procedure. Hurry. Doctor? How are you feeling?
There's 2,000 people facing certain death right now, unless we help them. My feelings are not a priority.
That may be true, Doctor, but these people's well-being happens to depend on yours.
I'm fine. Just give me an update about the situation in here.
The Human Activity Monitor shows a 4.30% drop over the course of your surgery.
So, that's 87 more people who potentially went missing. We need to hurry.
Be that as it may, Doctor, we still need to test your implants before we proceed.
Fine, let's just get it over with.
Hold the scan button to activate scan mode. NER-VR will interpret your optical signals and locate useful objects for you. It will use this to display relevant data. Your PI will automatically attempt to connect and hack any hardware you scan. You can perform a number of useful actions in this manner. You can also use scan mode to find solutions to tricky situations. I see that your NER-VR 2.0 interface is now online. Your condition is acceptable, which means we can proceed with the mission.
Is Neil still near the secondary entrance?
Mr. Wilder's last login was half an hour ago.
Okay. I'll stop by to see him before we go in.
Yes, of course. As you wish. To use one of your colorful expressions, Doctor, shall we get cracking? I will be here if you need backup.
Yep, let's go. We've kept Neil waiting long enough. This is Dr. Thomas Liu's research log on the rapid environment decay virus. First entry. It's been 16 hours since the first red system infection has been detected. I've removed Oz and myself to a temporary lab outside here, which I've built inside a disused security workstation. It's air-gapped, and outside here is Faraday cage, so it should be more than enough to shield. Red is... I don't even know where to begin. It's like nothing I've ever seen. The InfoSec department red-teamed Moore's security protocols and firewalls to hell and back. Even if I wanted to write a virus for Moore, I wouldn't know where to begin. Now, obviously, no system's ever unbreachable, but I can't even begin to guess what attack vector Red used to compromise the most advanced operating system in the world. And in such a short time, no less. This is bugging the crap out of me. Is it an inside job? I handpicked here's infrastructure team. They're the best in the world. I don't even know if one of them could pull this off, even given administrator rights. I missed something. I must have.
How remarkably fast. The Nerve VR has clearly enhanced your abilities.
This thing feels crazy intuitive, like I have a superpower or something.
Doctor, may I ask, where are we going?
Can't you tell? We're moving outside the secure zone.
Are we leaving the facility then?
Not really. We'll just build a temporary lab outside of it.
Ah, I understand. You want to study Red from a safe distance.
That's right. Here's a giant air-gapped Faraday cage. Once outside the secure zone, the Red virus won't be able to reach us through a wireless signal. That means no risk of contamination, no matter how bad the infection is inside here.
I suppose this lab will also be inaccessible to genies?
Good guess, old friend. Without human assistance, the genies are incapable of reaching the lab.
What about the old security terminals? Are those not hardwired into the facility?
Yes, which means they'll provide me with a back door into the system. They're incompatible with the Moore operating platform, so they should be safe from Red.
Should, Doctor?
That they are.
Doctor, this elevator appears out of order. However, you can simply get close to the edge and jump over. Do not worry about the drop. Your suit will protect you. So, Doctor, none of our simulations show how a virus could take over such an advanced facility as here, much less in 48 hours. So how did Red do it?
Red's an advanced virus, designed to be compatible with Moore. That's all we know. How does it work? Who built it? How's it so effective? I don't have the answers to any of those questions yet, but it's endangering the lives of the world's greatest scientists by locking them up in here and messing with the life support system. So, we're going to have to save them. Nothing else matters.
Of course. I will help the best I can.
Well, Tom's lost it. He wants to implant himself with a Nerve VR. What the hell? That's the brilliant idea he had while working at the old workstation. He says it's an old failsafe method to prevent Moore from running amok. Tom believes he can write a hive computing structure for the workstations and use that as a competitive algorithm for Moore. Well, I shouldn't say competitive. No matter how great Tom's code might be, there's no way he can master as many teraflops as the whole of here. But he wants to use the workstation as a sort of guerrilla arsenal. A hacking suite to target Red-infected machines. It's a long shot, but maybe it's what we need to finally take the fight back to Red. His logic is this. Red can infect even systems that don't run Moore as long as they share a network. And it's impossible to hack a Moore system without a network connection. So, using the workstations is out of the question. So Tom's bright idea is to use himself as the network vector. He wants to go in and hack Moore without getting infected. And when he finds a workstation, he converts that workstation to his anti-data structure, checks himself for Red infection, then uploads upgraded hacking data for the workstation network. He even thought of using the AVT framework to learn and train the system using the data he collects, and thus, the Nerve VR insanity. Hacking can happen automatically, but he still has to be there to choose targets and pick the right hacking method while staying out of sight. Lots of room for error. Not to mention Tom is going to wear a VLS, and the PI screen is tiny, so I can see why he wants a Nerve VR. Allows for intuitive and accurate controls, but it also means his nervous system is vulnerable to Red. And what would happen if Red hacked a human's nervous system? I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, Tom's insane. But he might also be the bravest man I've ever met.
Where's Neil? Why would he leave? I told him it's safer to stay put and wait.
I cannot reach him through his PI either. Do you think he is in danger, Doctor?
Hope not.
Who thought such a brilliant system designed by the best minds in the world could break down so easily? Talk about hubris. So the tripwires we put in place for Moore just never popped. Red just locked all the doors and turned off the AC, and we were never the wiser. And since we built this damn place to be unbreachable, well, good luck hacking any of the door locks. Not to mention we're facing the whole of Moore's computing power and clever algorithms. Good thing, though, is that I have a signal disruptor in my room, and I had the presence of mind to disconnect its jamming module from Moore, so I can use it to deactivate the door lock system. I got outside my room, and I saw Tom rushing towards me. The smart bastard hacked his way out as well and had come to save me. We both figured a virus of some sort was taking over the system, which means we should move to the R&D center. Only logical place we could fight back from. This place has cutting-edge processors, and even better, they're all running on a separate network and on an archaic OS. We tried to go get Annabelle and bring her with us, but she's not in her room. And with all the locks around, it's hard to look for her. So Tom made the call, and we just moved the core crew to R&D. Another thing is, we had to avoid individuals with Nerve VR implants. Since those things run more subroutines, it means they could also be infected. What a horrible, horrible thing to think about.
Doctor, it appears Mr. Wilder interfaced with his laptop recently. Let me see. He watched a video.
Did he do anything else?
There is a network log entry after the video, but it appears corrupted.
Show me the video.
Good morning, citizens of the Institute. I'm Emma, your virtual host. It's a brisk minus 31 degrees Celsius outside today. Atmosphere atmospheric pressure is equal to 0.36 Earth standard atmosphere. Oxygen concentration is 13.2%. Thanks to our advanced automatic life support system, the Institute remains a pleasant 24 Celsius with standard Earth atmosphere and oxygen levels. Our entree is error in the canteen today, but save room for error and error for dessert. By popular demand, we have more error to wash it all down.
This was captured from a Nerve VR live feed half an hour ago. Mr. Wilder likely went to find the survivor. It is quite a way from here.
Guess we'll have to make it to the Genie activation hub without him.
We made it inside. That is a favorable outcome. You will now need to take the elevator back to the facility. Be careful, Doctor. The whole circuit appears to be out of commission. You will need access to the control room if you are to restore power. Doctor, wait! That genie is infected with the red virus. No matter what you do, Doctor, stay out of its line of sight. Doctor, I found something we can use. If you boost the power of this E-grabber, you could use it to trigger a localized EMP discharge that would disable genies up close.
That's some nice lateral thinking, Oz. I'm impressed.
That genie is blocking the path ahead. This is the perfect opportunity to test your E-Blaster.
Is this what we're calling it now?
Or you could get behind it and scan its code in order to turn it off. This will take longer, but it will spare your E-Blaster's battery.
Okay, E-Blaster it is.
Accessing security profile. Class 1 security profile found. Welcome back to here, Dr. Thomas Liu. The heuristic emergency response environment, or HERE, has gathered over 2,000 of the world's greatest minds to shape its evolution. All of them are working in concert to forge humanity's brightest possible tomorrow. The future is here.
The future of humanity is distinctly lacking in humans so far.
An accurate statement, Doctor. Nevertheless, you should be able to access the genie activation hub from here.
I'm bound to bump into more rogue genies along the way too. It's time I upgraded my arsenal. Can you Patch me through to R&D.
Of course. I found a working terminal in a nearby dispatch center. I recommend searching for survivors along the way. Additionally, I have found an old security workstation right next to the dispatch center. Here is counting on you, Doctor.
Proxy connection established. More. Cloud network node online. Genie file system found. Downloading pattern file. Analyzing camera module profile. Camera module security profile identified. Secure camera API is now online.
Good. You can now hack and disable Genie camera modules, Doctor. I will update the marker on your PI to guide you to the Genie activation hub. Infected Genie up ahead. Doctor, I strongly suggest slowing down. My network monitor shows multiple Genie signatures ahead. Please be careful. That Genie's motion module received physical damage. In simpler terms, it cannot move. This is our best chance to test your new hacking tool. Please scan it to initiate the hacking attempt. Well done, Doctor. Doctor, be aware that every hack attempt will leave a network trace. If you hack systems in the same area too many times, the network monitoring routines will eventually catch on. I suggest completing the hacking attempt successfully and in a timely manner. Doctor, That genie is blocking your way. The signal is not strong enough to safely disable its vision module, however. I suggest using the maneuvering command we just developed. Also, you should consider adding a shortcut to that command in your list of hacking tools. I have added the command to your hacking command list. Doctor, I am picking up a burst transmission. I am afraid it is being jammed, however.
Try and clean it up, Oz. This could be a distress signal. Oz, something's off with my PI. I'm gonna try and reboot it.
I see. Of course.
There. I'm back online.
Very good. Did you resolve your technical issue?
I think so.
Very well then. I shall resume my search for survivors. Doctor, I found one survivor in the Genie Maintenance Center. Here, safety protocols suggest we lend them assistance at once.
Of course. Let's go check it out.
Dr. Leo, Annabelle here. I've tried to reach you through video and more mail, but more can't tell me where you are. Dr. Wren thinks you might be in the abandoned labs outside here for reasons I cannot begin to fathom. I see you once again blocked the deployment of the latest More system patch despite your team recommending we move ahead with it. This is your call, Thomas, and I'm not here to order you to do otherwise, but I do have to question your reasoning on this matter. I know you want your computer systems to be perfect, Thomas. I understand the impulse. You're a brilliant scientist and a rigorous project leader. But you have to remember that all these technologies we are building have but one purpose: to serve the residents of here, and through them, the world at large. The more we delay these releases once they're deemed safe, the more human lives will be lost over time. We won't see these deaths here today, but they will be out there. Humans whose existence will be cut tragically short because we waited too long to make the world into a better place. Do you understand what I'm saying, Thomas? Get back to me as soon as you get this message, please.
Doctor, what is your strategy for entering here undetected? It is impossible to navigate offline.
We'll camouflage our IP with a last-gen device. Surely Moore can't scan all non-Moore devices all the time. As long as we stay inconspicuous, we should be fine. But if we draw the system's attention, Moore might scan all non-Moore devices in the area. If that happens, well, it's a matter of time before it finds us. I can jump us between non-Moore devices to slow it down, but that's it.
So Moore won't be able to find us until it has scanned all the non-Moore systems.
That's right. Should buy us some time at least.
I'll add a countdown HUD when the Moore scan happens then, to help you gauge the direness of the situation.
Great idea, Oz.
I saw it!
I should report this to maintenance.